That's a good sign.
Janet, did you want to ask a question?
Sure. So we're all teachers and we talk to our students about people we meet. So can you tell us about yourself and your path here to this position? Yes.
From a teacher perspective, or
Well,
What did you do?
from what we can tell our students about, future pathways for them. So we hear about.
for
Let's hear
students.
about you. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, one advice which I learned because I'm 32 now, but the thing is that what I want to, if you can pass it to your students. When I was young, when I was 20 years old, and something which I always try to say to people when I meet them, is that when people are young, they believe that they have to follow the rules, in a sense like, when there is a scholarship and it's written, like you can apply only to this date, because, or you have to fulfill this and this and this, it's always worth to try, because you just never know, because you can be always an exception. So you should always try, even though, like it says like, oh, you should be, you should be a master's student to go somewhere. Just try. If you want, just try, and you never know who is behind on the other side, and maybe you will have something in your CV which will just attract these people. And this is what I learned quite nicely at CERN actually, because so when I started as a particle physicist in the CMS collaboration as a master's student, and then I realized that particle physics is not for me in the sense of it's not, no offense, absolutely no offense. It's a matter of a character in the sense that I like to have these experiments where I can sit for 16 hours per day with my experiment with, like 5 people, where you can really develop everything from the beginning to the end. This is just a matter of character, And I wanted to switch, and I actually managed, even though it was not easy, to the Dirac experiment as a PhD student, and then I switched even more to atomic physics to base experiment, and I got this position actually as in the base experiment a little bit, if you would have asked me as a PhD student, I would say never, but I was a good person in a good moment that my boss was looking for a person with one particular skill, and I had this skill, I had nothing else, and he hired me for this,
Oh, come on.
but I mean nothing else what he was normally looking for, and now I'm a junior research scientist at CERN, so it was totally paid back. So I would always say young people, just follow what you feel is important for you, and then you will find a way.
This thing with the exceptions only starts once you leave CERN. While you're here, you have to follow our instructions.